haiku. Rabbit Shed haiku. Have you seen Lost, Lost, Lost? One of my favorite sequences called Rabbit Shed haiku. And it's sequences like that, you know, rolling in the snow. And
starting with the return to Vienna, when we see St. Peter Kubelka, and then we see Schloss Prinzenhof and all that, he seems to stop counting. I mean, he could be counting to himself, but not on the screen. That's the point.
He says end of parentheses.
That happens a couple of times. Yeah.
No, well, when he's going to Vienna, before he goes, he leaves Lithuania. It's called Reminiscence of a Journey to Lithuania. He hadn't seen his mother for 25 years, and the farm he grew up in, and it's so interesting because knowing Jonas, he seems, you know, elegant, and he likes fine wine and fine food and fine restaurants, and that farm he grew up in, you know, they don't have running water, and they have the oven outside. And it's really interesting to meet his family and his love. He was buried today in Lithuania. He went back to be buried in the family cemetery. So the numbers are for chapters, like you have in poetry, or sequences. Did you have a question?
Yeah, it seems like a lot of the like the different chapters varied a lot in terms of like their length. Was there any kind of purpose to that? Like there were some really short ones and like some longer ones?
I think it was dictated by the activity, like when they're dancing, and it's like he's catching the rhythm of the dance and the dancers. So, or if he's just looking at flowers and fields, it's shorter sometimes.
Yeah, I think what I was thinking of around like the 60 to 64, 65 mark. There were some like 20, like 15-second little, and a lot of them were about like the chicken there.
The goose.
Or the goose, yeah. I was just wondering, it seems like a lot of those seem like they could have been combined into like one larger chapter, and I was wondering if there was a reason why they were separate.
I think that rhythms, like when you listen to a piece of music, say a symphony, there's cadences and variations. If you have the same structure, then you're missing the rhythm. He's not a structuralist filmmaking, so it's not formulaic. It's not dictated by a formula. He's more poetic, and the poetry has various rhythms. And like a piece of music, I prefer variations rather than, oh, you could combine these flowers and these fields.
Well,
I think
not necessarily saying that he should.
No, I'm not criticizing. I'm just saying, I'm just telling you what I think he did.
Okay. Do you know over what course of time?
What did you say?
Sorry. We don't see that much of Jonas himself until towards the end of the Lithuanian section. And obviously he finds someone else to hold the camera, and we see him. Which is nice. Because I was looking for him, but obviously he's shooting, so we don't get to see him.
But the interesting thing is 1951, you see him really young. Isn't that amazing?
Over what, do you know over what course of time the whole film took to put together?
I think that film, it starts in footage from 51. I think it took a long time, like 20 years. Jonas didn't work fast. He worked slowly. And it's constructed on film, not digital. Digital, you work faster, I think. Some people do, not me.
So
Yes.
he had the intention of making it over the course of 20 years.
Yes, I think he did, because he starts in New York and then he goes back to the Lithuania. Did you have a question?
Did he switch from black and white to color just because he got a new camera, or was that an artistic choice, technically?
I think it's also what film stock he had with him. If you run a, I like when he goes to color, because after a while I was getting used to the black and white, and then color becomes so vivid.
Yeah, so that was a real choice, or just like what he traveled with?
I think first of all, if you're traveling to Lithuania and you're going into that really rustic area, I think he had to carry like 10 rolls of film. And if he ran out of stock, then that was the end of that film. Then he went to Vienna, he could have bought more film. But in Lithuania, I don't think he had access to film stock, especially 16 millimeter. I think that, and it's not a structuralist filmmaker, so he has like, he has handheld camera, so the camera shakes and it moves, and some young students said to me that they thought it was just, the camera was so shaky it was disturbing. But well, I think of it as a rhythm, that it's like you play the piano. Yeah. And then it becomes, you feel the filmmaker, you feel the rhythms of the filmmaker moving the camera, which is part of the filming process, his filming process.
All right, well, thank you so much, ma'am.
Thanks.
Yeah.
We're going to do more tributes.